Let's talk about the edible problem, because I know you recently passed a law, right? That had to do with labeling and to better label these products, because I guess 10 kids have ended up hospitalized as a result of ingesting marijuana in food.
Well, it's not just kids. Adults have had issues of part of the problem
Like
is...
Maureen Dowd. Right?
Like Maureen Dowd. There's a good one-liner I could put in there, but I'm going to leave that unsaid for a variety of reasons. The comedy night is tonight.
Save it.
Yeah, I'll save it. Even adults have, you ingest this, and it can sometimes take a couple of hours before you begin to experience the relaxation, the so-called high, and so people take more. And we're fortunate. It appears that most of the people using legal marijuana are people that were already using it. Again, we don't have a definitive study yet, but the anecdotal information suggests that we're not having a big spike in adult users, which means we probably won't see more people going to the emergency room or more people driving while high or any of these other risks. But we're still very concerned on it, and the edible part that you're describing, for people that are using it for the first time, one brownie was having 10 doses in it, the equivalent of 10 doses. Well, it may have been there on the writing, but someone who's never done this before and they think it's kind of harmless because it's legal, how bad can it be? It's a serious drug at that concentration.
So how did the law change the labeling? Specifically, if you're buying something that had edible marijuana now in the state of Colorado, how will that be more clear for consumers?
Well, basically, it gave to our Department of Revenue the power to regulate this, and so they are immediately moving forward with rulemaking that's going to limit, each piece, each donut, each cookie, whatever the edible is going to be one dose, right? So you won't have these massive concentrations, and they're going to have clearly marked symbols. They're going to work with the industry to say, all right, how do we clearly differentiate which brownie is laced and which one isn't? And we've already had a number of candy makers that have said, we don't want our candy anywhere near this. And if people begin using, whatever, gummy bears or any kind of candy, those companies, the corporations that manufacture that candy, are going to fight back, which I think is a good thing, right? We want to make sure that kids going in and out of a movie theater. I had a friend who's they've got a 12-year-old child, and they came out of the restroom at the movies, and the kid said, some guy in there tried to sell me the gummy bears for $5, and said give me a really great night. Well, if that's not every parent's nightmare, I don't know what is.
How can